Hey, what's up everybody? This is Marcus from Machine City Audio, and it's been a while, it's been a couple weeks. I was having difficulties with my screen resolution and all this other stuff, but I know you don't want to hear about that, so I'm not going to bore you with the details of that. I'm just going to get into it with the new plugin for this week's A Plugin Worth Checking Out. And this week we are going with Fuse Audio Labs, the VCL-4 Vintage Leveler. And this is an opto-style compressor. And this is a new compressor. It was just released probably about a week or so ago, and I thought it was an interesting plugin, and I decided to share it with you guys. All right, so one of the things that stood out to me about this compressor, and with the fact that it being an opto-style compressor, is that you can actually switch the ratio. So if I come up here to where the 4 is at, not this 4, but the 4 right here, go down to 2, you can actually take it to a 2-to-1 ratio all the way up to 20. Now, from experimenting and doing a lot of testing with this, I found out that it sounds best on bass, vocals, and it also sounds good on the tube bus, but it depends on what kind of material that you're using. So I used it on a kind of acoustic track on my tube bus with just a guitar and some vocals, and it actually sounded pretty nice. I like what it did. Okay, so today I have a couple examples that I wanted to play for you and how I use the VCL-4 on these. So I have an instance of this on my Vox bus, and you can see I have it at a 4-to-1 ratio, and I'm doing about 3 dB of gain reduction. So I'm going to play you this first example, bypassed and engaged.
She fell in love with the fantasy. Oh, she fell in love with the fantasy.
All right, so now I'm going to play in context of the mix, and I'm going to also put on the reverb and delay that I've had on this track. I took those effects off so you can hear what it sounds like just in solo mode. So now this is going to be with the effects on, bypassed and engaged.
She fell in love with the fantasy. She fell in love with the fantasy. She fell in love with the fantasy. She fell in love with the fantasy.
For this next example, I'm going to play the VCL-4 on the tube bus of this acoustic track that I got from my good friend, Devil's Holler, and this song is called Waiting for Spring. I had the pleasure of mastering this track for him, but I used a 2-to-1 ratio. I'm probably getting a couple dB of gain reduction, and I want you to hear how it makes the track sound a bit warmer. It brings the guitars out a little more, kind of gives the vocals a nice lift. All right, so I'm going to play a bypass and then engage it.
Drinking by the ocean just to quench my thirst. My curiosity is bulging, but my bubbles burst. Finding all my answers on an old bar stool. Dimmed all the lights so I can play the fool. Shining bright in some other sky. One that I won't see for a good long while, as I wait for the sun to shine.
All right, so that is all I have for you today. And once again, that was the VCL-4 Vintage Leveler from Fuse Audio Labs. So definitely go check those guys out. They're new on the scene. This is their first plugin. Show them a little support. Either go demo it or buy it, your choice. I believe it is $29 or $39. So don't quote me on that, but definitely go check it out. So once again, I am Marcus with Machine City Audio. Peace until next time.